What if the fate of the Arctic depended not just on the ice but on the bears that roam its surface? These majestic creatures are architects of their realm. In a landscape where temperatures plummet and ice stretches endlessly, polar bears wield unexpected power over the Arctic ecosystem. The Arctic, a land of ice and resilience, faces unprecedented threats from a warming globe. As the ice diminishes, the interconnectedness of life becomes fragile. Polar bears, reliant on thick sea ice for hunting seals, have evolved to become masterful hunters. Their immense paws, designed like snowshoes, allow them to traverse this frozen expanse with grace. Yet, with every degree of warming, their hunting grounds shift, and their existence hangs in the balance. But what does survival mean for these bears? It's not just about finding food, it's about maintaining a delicate balance. Polar bears hunt seals from a watchful distance, their white fur blending into the icy backdrop. Through patient stalking, they regulate seal populations, sustaining the health of the Arctic marine ecosystem. Every hunt is a calculated move, every meal impacts the ecosystem's health. Polar bears are keystone species, influencing countless other creatures, from the seals they hunt to the scavenging birds and Arctic foxes that rely on remnants of their kills. Removing polar bears would unravel the intricate tapestry of Arctic life. Without them, seal populations could explode, leading to overgrazing of vital algae beds and devastating the marine food web, illustrating the interconnected nature of this frozen environment. Yet, the impacts of climate change are relentless. With rising temperatures, critical sea ice melts earlier in spring and forms later in autumn. This window directly affects bears' ability to hunt and store fat for harsh winters. As the ice melts, their survival hinges on their ability to adapt, but at what cost? This shift threatens their existence and signals deeper ecological issues. The plight of polar bears is a stark reminder of our planet's health. Understanding their struggle reveals the fragility of the Arctic ecosystem. Climate change looms over these majestic animals, a crisis that requires urgent attention. As the balance shifts, the fate of the polar bear intertwines with our own. Their declining populations serve as a barometer for Arctic health, revealing the consequences of warming and the intricate connections that define life in this northern expanse. The importance of conservation becomes paramount. Protecting the polar bear means preserving an entire ecosystem, a lifeline for future generations. It is a call to action, reminding us that our choices resonate far beyond our surroundings. The Arctic is one of Earth's last frontiers, where every discovery holds the key to our future. As we venture into this realm of ice and mystery, we find ourselves navigating the complexities of life, where the fate of one species echoes the fate of an entire ecosystem. Observe the Arctic landscape, where light dances off the glistening ice and the air fills with the crisp scent of salt and snow. Here, the stark beauty contrasts with the stark survival that dominates life. Polar bears are not just opportunistic hunters, they exert significant influence over their environment by controlling seal populations, maintaining the health of the Arctic marine ecosystem. When seals are abundant, they provide a rich food source for other predators, creating a web of life that thrives beneath the Arctic sun. However, this intricate balance is under siege. Climate change accelerates, diminishing sea ice and threatening this delicate equilibrium. Research shows that reduced ice coverage limits hunting grounds for polar bears and disrupts the entire marine food web. Without the ability to hunt effectively, polar bear populations face steep declines, hinting at a future where silence replaces the vibrant sounds of life. Within this challenging environment, scientists are turning toward the resilience of the polar bear. Some have learned to rely on alternative food sources, showcasing ingenuity that speaks to their survival instincts. Yet, reliance on precarious food sources may not be sustainable in the long term. The haunting echoes of ice cracking underfoot remind us of the fragility of life. It's a testament to the relentless march of climate change, wherein a once thriving hunting ground becomes an empty wasteland. In the Arctic's icy grasp, we uncover the phenomenon of sea ice formation and loss, witnessing climate change in real time. The vast sheets of ice are critical habitats for myriad species. The ice serves as a platform for seals to rest and breed, a sanctuary amidst the frozen expanse. Yet, as temperatures rise, these realms shrink, threatening the fabric of life in the Arctic, and the very essence of what these bears have known for centuries. Historically, the Arctic has always been a land of extremes. In 1979, the sea ice extent in the Arctic reached approximately 7.5 million square kilometers. Fast forward to the year 2020, and that number plummeted to just 3.8 million square kilometers at the summer's end, a staggering loss of ice that continues to reshape the landscape. A mere 40 years has shifted the paradigm of life in this frozen expanse. Polar bears, who once roamed confidently across vast ice plains, now find themselves precariously navigating remnants of their hunting grounds, adapting to an environment in turmoil. The plight of the polar bear is a clarion call for action. Recent conservation efforts focus on habitat preservation and studying the impacts of climate change on Arctic wildlife. Understanding their behaviors and movement patterns helps researchers formulate strategies to mitigate threats. For instance, tracking the migration habits of these bears can provide crucial insights into how they are adapting to changing ice conditions, revealing their extraordinary capacity for resilience while underscoring the urgency of the situation. These endeavors aim to protect polar bears and the entire ecosystem that teeters on the brink. The delicate balance of the Arctic is not just a matter of life and death for the bears, but a reflection of our own interactions with nature. As the bears navigate their increasingly perilous world, their survival hinges on our collective ability to champion conservation efforts and enforce policies that prioritize the health of our planet. In the icy embrace of the Arctic, the polar bear roams, a testament to nature's resilience and vulnerability. Their existence inspires awe, urging recognition of the interdependence of all life forms and the responsibility to preserve the delicate balance of this majestic realm. As we confront climate change, the fate of the polar bear reflects our own choices, guiding us toward stewardship and respect for our world. As we gaze into the eyes of a polar bear, we discover the enormity of our impact. Every melting ice cap, every rising temperature reverberates through the fragile Arctic ecosystem, threatening the creatures we admire. Warming not only disrupts the bear's hunting but also endangers the seals that rely on sea ice for breeding. This interdependency is a delicate dance of life, a symbiotic relationship that calls for immediate attention. If we fail to safeguard the Arctic, we will lose far more than the polar bear, we will lose an entire way of life. The polar bear invites exploration of resilience and survival. Observing these remarkable animals navigating their icy kingdom teaches about adaptation and the delicate balance of ecosystems. They endure and thrive, exemplifying the power of life in harsh conditions, their massive forms cutting through the stark white expanse like living shadows. Yet, they are not invincible. Their plight reflects a broader truth: all creatures must evolve in changing environments or face extinction. In the depths of winter, when temperatures can plummet to -50 degrees Celsius, polar bears enter a state known as walking hibernation. Their metabolism slows, conserving energy as they struggle to find food in an unforgiving landscape. It is a poignant reminder that even the most formidable of hunters must adapt or perish. As the ice recedes, their hunting grounds shrink, forcing them toward more desperate measures. Herein lies the beauty and tragedy of the polar bear's existence. They are a symbol of strength wrought from the harshest of conditions, yet they face an uncertain future. The lessons of the polar bear extend beyond the Arctic, offering insights into resilience necessary for navigating a warming world. The call for conservation resonates across the globe. Protecting the polar bear is a step toward preserving the entire ecosystem, requiring collective action and commitment. Scientists and conservationists work tirelessly to mitigate the effects of climate change, advocating for policies prioritizing the health of our planet. Reimagining our relationship with nature is essential. It involves recognizing that the survival of polar bears is intricately linked to our choices and understanding of the natural world. A single choice, whether to reduce carbon footprints, support sustainable practices, or champion conservation policies, can ripple across the globe, echoing into the cold reaches of the Arctic. These actions can help ensure that future generations will not only learn about polar bears in textbooks but will witness their majesty firsthand. In this dance between survival and extinction, the polar bear stands as a beacon of hope and a warning. Its majestic presence urges us to tread lightly upon the earth and respect the intricate web of life in which we are all enmeshed. The Arctic is not merely an expanse of ice, it is a vibrant ecosystem, alive with stories of resilience, adaptation, and interconnectedness. As we contemplate the mysteries of the polar bear and its habitat, we must reflect on our role within this narrative, embracing the responsibility to be custodians of the natural world. The fate of the polar bear whispers to us, reminding us that our survival, like theirs, depends on the harmony we cultivate with the planet we call home.